Hi ladies, it's Ziva here. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm not even going to sugarcoat anything in this video. I'm not going to do a long introduction, not that I usually do anyway, but I'm just going to get straight into this and we're going to delve into the topic and we're going to discuss it like grown women, and we're going to stop being absolutely ridiculous when it comes to dating. What I have noticed is that what can happen to you is you can either be walked all over, muddied on, and you can continue to take it, or you can be walked all over, muddied on, and rise like a phoenix. That's what I have realized. And what women need to do is stop being walked all over and muddied on by men, and they actually need to start rising, and with that, rising their standards and rising the way that they treat themselves, and also the way that they allow themselves to be treated by a man. So if you're going out on a date and you think that you need to pull out your purse when you have been asked out on a date, then I have a big problem with that. And the reason why I have a problem with that is because what you have done is you have chosen to be a man, and you have chosen to tell that man that women are now paying. Tell all of your friends, don't bring your wallet to a date because now women pay. You can leave your wallet at home. All these women are going to take care of it. That's what you have done. And when you continue to do that, then men continue to get that memo, and then we continue to be in this ridiculous hamster wheel of stupidity and non-romance. There is no romance in being asked out on a date and then you paying for the date yourself. There is no romance in that. I just don't understand why you would want to put yourself in a position where you are not romanced. I don't understand it, and I don't see the point of even going on a date or of even dating somebody, entertaining any type of man, if he is not contributing to your life at all. So lots of women will say that a man's contribution is his, is his 8-pack. It's his 10-pack. It's his smile. It's that he is cheeky and mischievous. What? I don't know. I don't know. I actually don't even know. I personally, I'm not here to be judgmental on what people like in their men. I think that's fine. If you like the 20-pack, that's absolutely, it's amazing. But when you take liking that 20-pack to the next level, to the point where you are now putting him and his 20-pack on a pedestal, and then doing that perpetually to every single man, and then all of your friends do it and all of your aunties do it, and men get that memo, I have a problem with that, because then that's coming back and it's affecting lots of other women. I feel like, why can't we just go back to how things used to be? Why can't we go back to what was, how things were? Why can't we do that? Why can't women stop trying to be this macho man that they're never going to be, and just accept that they're actually a woman, and accept that men naturally, just by nature, want to take care of you? Why do you have to strip men of every single thing that they try to do? I just feel like when that happens, and if that happens to more men than it's already happened to, we are just going to be left with a whole nation of women. And I don't want to have a whole nation full of women. I want a man to be a man, and I want him to treat me like I am a woman, like I'm a princess. I want that treatment, and lots of women do. But there are lots of women who don't feel like they are worthy of that treatment. They don't feel like they're ever going to get it. They don't feel like they look good enough. So what they do is they decide to, like when you know that someone's going to bully you, so you make a joke out of yourself first. That is what I feel like some women do. They know that or they feel like a man is not going to want to, you know, really pay for them or treat them nicely or spoil them. So before they have that rejection, they get in there first and they say, oh, I'll pay. What happens is you're paying for the dates, you're paying for his food, you're also lying down in bed with him, you're giving him all of your time, all of your attention. What you're doing is you're giving somebody absolutely everything that you have, and he is not giving you everything in return. And I guarantee if you had a collar on this man with a camera, you would be seeing so many things that he's up to that you wouldn't want to be seeing. The way that he's checking out other women when you're not around, after you guys have just met up, you've had dinner, you paid for it, and you've gone your separate ways to go home, and he is hollering at somebody else. That is what happens, and that is how things go. And I just don't understand why you would take it upon yourself to pay for somebody and then, like, they're not even that into you. First date, a guy doesn't know you, he does not care about you whatsoever, and you're going to give him your money that you paid for when he asked you out on a date. That just, to me, screams, and it screams this to the guy as well, that you are just not the type of woman who anybody else wants. The reason why is because if you were the type of woman that lots of men were trying to get at and were trying to take out all the time, you wouldn't even be able to afford yourself paying for lots of dates. So you're not even going to offer to pay for dates, because then your whole salary, everything that you work for, is going to be spent on all of these dates that you're asked out on all the time. So it shows that you are never even asked out. And as soon as you say to a guy, you go in your bag and you open up your tote and you tell him that, look, I'm paying for this one, what you have done is you have labeled yourself as somebody who nobody else wants. So that's great, that's amazing, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, it's sending out a signal to other men that they need to not get their wallet out. They don't need to bring their card out to the date, because, you know, you're going to bring it and they don't need to do it anymore. I have witnessed so many times being out and seeing a woman who's standing next to her man and she actually gets her card out. So I don't know. For me, I'm not going to be getting my card out and then doing somersaults in the bedroom for you because that's something that you want, and paying for everything. I'm not going to be doing all of that. There is a common theme as well with the types of women who are using their own money and who are trying to spoil men. There's a common theme. If you're the type of woman who is doing that, then you know the theme, and I can speak on this because I used to be her. I've done a story time on this before, and it's not cute. And what happens is you get that resentment going, but also you don't feel like you can do anything about it because you don't feel like you look good enough to be able to get somebody new who's going to make you feel like a woman, make you feel better. So you just continue staying there and dating somebody who, would they still be there if you weren't doing what you're doing for them? For me, I want to be with someone that I know is with me for the right reasons. If I'm paying for somebody, how do I know that they're with me for the right reasons? They're probably sticking around because they can get a free meal. I'm also going to be doing, you know, backflips in the bedroom because I'm the type of woman who wants to impress him so much. So I'm going to be giving him the sugar. I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be paying for everything. So what do they have to do? How do they earn your trust? How do they work for anything? How do they impress you? How do they show you with actions that they want to be that that man in your life, that they want to take care of you, that they want to impress you, that they want to treat you how, you know, how they want to treat a woman who they care about. How can they have any room to show you that if you are constantly taking it from them by doing it first? Lots of women do that and they don't think about it from that standpoint. So I just feel like this is a video that I want to speak about. I want to get out there. I know that there are so many people who have all of these very, very modern notions and modern views about women being able to do everything plus more. You don't need a man, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, you do need a man, okay? If you are in a straight relationship and you want to have children, then you do need a man. Whether you are going to the sperm bank, whether you're doing it naturally, whether you are doing whatever, at the end of the day, you still need that sperm to have that baby, which means you still need a man, okay? And if you think that you don't need a man to have a child, then that is completely bonkers, because you actually do. Then when it comes down to you being able to be swept off of your feet, you can't sweep yourself off your feet. You can't sweep yourself off your own feet. You need somebody to do that. And men naturally, or even if you're with a woman and this is a masculine woman, she has that masculine energy, it's going to be a similar thing. They have that instinct embedded in them where they want to impress you, they want to romance you, they want to prove to you that they are, you know, the big strong person that you can depend on. They all want to do it. Well, not all of them, Gurney, but most of them, they want to do it. They want to show you that they can look after you. And when you don't give them that chance, they can't do it. There are also lots of men nowadays who don't even want to pay. They are so used to now women being independent, not needing them, verbalizing that they don't need men. There are so many men who are used to hearing this, and they've decided, look, you know, these women, they don't want men around, so I'm just going to, you know, use her for whatever she'll give me, which is the free meal on the date that you decide to pay for. Then it's the bedroom activities that you decide to give him when he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't even know you. He doesn't even know your middle name. He doesn't know your last name. He doesn't know where you grew up. He doesn't know your favorite perfume. He's never even bought you your favorite perfume. And you're going to be in the bedroom with somebody like that. Like, for me personally, I would never understand that. And men are used to now, because they expect all of these things. We have spoken about this on this channel on a live video that I did. Guys seem to expect that, especially from date number 3. So that means that lots of women are doing it from date number 3. I just don't think that men deserve to experience you in the closest physical way possible that soon. They don't deserve to experience you in that way. How has he impressed you? How has he shown you that he is somebody that you can take seriously? How has he shown you as a woman that he is somebody that you can trust? How has he shown you that? If you haven't been shown that, then put your purse away and keep your knickers on. That's my advice to you. You need to have been treated. Maybe he's helped you out with something. Maybe you have a situation, you're in a pickle, a financial pickle, and he has helped you, you know, to the best of his ability. Maybe you are you know, you've been surprised on a date. Maybe he's brought you your favorite flowers that you mentioned that you like. That's something. Just you need to have a few things under your belt that you can say that this man has done for you. If he's done certain things for you and you feel like, you know, the trust is going somewhere, he's helped you out, dating him is actually benefiting your life, and, you know, it's all going in the right direction, then by all means feel free to open the fun bar. I don't know, feel free to open it. But if you have paid for the date, if you are the one who is, you know, checking in on him, messaging him first, calling him, see how he is, and chasing up and pursuing him, he hasn't done what he needs to do to show you that he is worthy. And that is where I'm going with this. I know that lots of women don't feel like they are worthy. They have lots of, you know, childhood issues, or, you know, issues that they've allowed to remain. And why I say chose to remain is because, you know, everybody has issues. But you get to the point where you're grown up and you must sort through them. You must learn to let things go, and you've just got to get over it. Whatever happened to you in the past, you've got to let it go, and you've got to be the woman who you want to be now. You've got to make the most of yourself with your looks, with how you feel about yourself, with the pedestal that you put yourself on, and how you treat yourself internally and externally. You have to do that. That's your job. And when you do that work, you're not going to be diving into your bag to pay for this cheap man's food. You're not going to do that. You're not going to even dream of doing that, because you understand that he asked me out and he should be paying for the date. Like, you actually understand it when you get to that point, when you've done all of your self, you know, concept work. If you have asked somebody else out, then I think that you should be open to paying for it. Even if I ask somebody out, I don't personally do that, but if I did, I would still expect him to pay. That's just me personally. But if he didn't offer, then I mean, I guess I would have to do it because I'm the one who asked. When you ask and you take that dominant role, then you are now the dominant person in that dating experience. So he's going to be expecting you to call up and check on him and see if he's okay, and send him a good morning message and let him know that you're thinking about him, and he's going to expect you to ask him out for the next date and to plan that and to pay for it. So what I say, ladies, is start as you mean to go on. For me, that means you come over to me, you approach me, you ask me out on a date, you pay for that date, and you pursue me thereon, you know, moving forward. That's what it is for me. If all women on a date stopped paying, you stopped sleeping with men, and you only did it once you actually know them and they actually know you and they're actually benefiting your life and pouring into your relationship and pouring into your, you know, your happiness. If women started doing that, then the whole of the male species would need to step things up a notch. And they would need to start earning more. They would need to stop being lazy. They would need to stop playing video games all the time at 45. And they would need to have a second job. They would need to be pulling their fingers out instead of making you pull yours out. Instead of reaping the benefits because you're pulling your finger out. So I just wanted to do this video because even though these are my views, my opinions, I feel like I don't really verbalize them that much, and I'm going out constantly and I'm just seeing women paying for their man, or they're standing right next to their man who is going to expect bedroom activities that night and probably expected it that morning, and then your woman is taking out her card and paying for something and you're standing around looking around like dum-da-dum-dum. I can't do it, and I can't just be quiet, not voicing my opinion, not saying how I really feel anymore. I would love for it to be the norm for women to be appreciated and to be treated how they want to be treated, have all of the things that they've ever wanted. I would actually love for that to happen, and I just wish that that could be the reality for so many of us, instead of it more so being where women have had to get this protective shell and say that they don't need men just because men are constantly disappointing them. So men, if you're watching this video, start pulling your finger out. If you do not start pulling your finger out, you're not going to have any dates. You're not going to have women giving you the activity that you think about all day long, and even in your sleep as well. You're not going to be getting that anymore. So you need to start pulling your finger out. And women, I want you to higher your standards. I want you to expect the best from whoever you're dating. Expect them to sweep you off of your feet and allow them to be able to do that. Don't try to steal the thunder and do it for them. You let them do that for you. And stop also sharing yourself to somebody so quickly. Allow him to prove himself before he can even come in your space like that, you know? So it's all about standards at the end of the day. Let's raise our standards. Let's raise what we want for ourselves as women. Okay, on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you here. I know that this was a bit of an angry video, but I just cannot sit by and I can't do it anymore. I just can't do it. So hopefully something will change. Hopefully my video will be shared. I'll see you in the comments and in my next video.